My friends keep telling me that you ain't no good, but oh, they don't know that I'd leave you if I could. Oh, my life, be waiting for you. No, how you do. Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our Bella Book Club, please hit the Patreon link below, and for a small monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans before YouTube gets it, if YouTube gets it. Let's talk about David Ritz, Aretha Franklin's Respect. Let me tell you first, the reason why I chose the David Ritz book, okay? I've had great success in regards to book readings with David Ritz. He did Jan Gay's My Life with Marvy Pooh, and he did Rickety James' Glow. Okay, now the thing about the book that he did with Aretha Franklin is just a rough draft, okay? But he did add in different interviews and nuances that would help to create the book and smooth the book over, okay? Because it was a rough draft. At the last minute, the Queen decided to go in a different direction, okay? Not because she ain't fucking with David Ritz, just because she chose to go in a different direction, because David Ritz is that dude. But anyway, love bugs, let's talk a small bit about CL Smooth. Okay, that's her pappy. What's his name? I don't know. It's Reverend CL Franklin. Okay, I call him CL Smooth, and y'all going to figure it out later if y'all don't already know. But this is one of the reasons why I love David Ritz, because he gives you what you need to know. And what you need to know is who the hell CL Smooth was. CL Smooth, God rest your soul. You created one of the greatest singers of the world, CL Smooth. That would be Reverend Franklin. By the age he was 19 years old, Mr. Franklin, or Reverend Franklin, was married to Aileen Gaines. And by 21, he was divorced and remarried to Barbara Siggers, who already had a son named Bond. Okay. Now, when CL was 23, Barbara gave birth to their first child, Irma Venice. And they are now living in Memphis. Okay. Now, at the age of 24, CL gave his first sermon at the New Salem Baptist Church, where Bobby Blue Bland heard him for the first time. 1940, Barbara and CL Smooth gave birth to their first son together, Cecil. Okay, that same year, CL fathered another child with the name Mildred Jennings, who was just 12 years old. Did you hear what I said? He had a baby with a 12-year-old girl, okay? Now, it is a lot of rumors out there, okay, saying that Aretha got pregnant by her father at 12 years old, and just all these different things that I was shocked and appalled at, like, what the hell? But if you listen to the rumors, you will believe that Aretha Franklin lived a tumultuous life. Now, don't get me wrong. Oh, her shit was kind of crazy now. We're not going to say it, but I'm only in this part one. So we'll see as we move on. But I remember specifically there being a rumor saying that Aretha had a baby by her father when she was 12. I'm like, wait a minute. Is this what they're like confusing? Because CL did have a baby mother that was 12, but it wasn't. It was a scandal. Now, the name of the daughter who, what, a secret love child or the love child or whatever you want to call it. Her name was Carl. Okay. Her name was Carl Allen. And I'm saying to myself, Carl Allen. Okay. So the last name is Jennings. The father's last name is Franklin. Why is the baby's last name Allen? Like, did the mother lie and say, Harry, you got a baby over here, and made Harry Allen take over the baby? I don't know. But back in the day, people used to change their last names like that. Okay. I told you my last name is not really wrong. It's something kept a secret from the family until 1958, until he decided to sit everybody down and divulge the secret. Okay, the secret is your father ain't shit. He having babies outside of the marriage. But let me move on, okay? So on March 25th in 1942, Aretha Louise was born to C.L. Smooth and his wife, Barbara Seegers, okay? C.L. named Aretha after his two sisters, Aretha and Louise. After C.L. Smooth began to get media exposure, okay? He hosted his own radio show, okay, called The Shadow of the Cross, right? Now, the mission of the show was to acquaint white listeners with Negro faith, okay? Listen, we're not going to take away from C.L. Smooth's accomplishments. That's what we won't do, okay? Just hold on, okay? We're going to get there. Now, in 1944, C.L. Franklin moved to Buffalo, New York, and preached at the Friendship Baptist Church. That year, the last of the Franklin Seegers, Barbara Seegers, children were born, Miss Carolyn and at this point, C.L. is the man, okay, in regards to Black America. They love him. We love him, okay? And he was the first Black preacher to use radio to reach his people. Okay, so that's telling you that he's an old bad motherfucker. He has a lot of accomplishments. Okay, so I will always say that. I will not take it away from that. Summer of 1945, CL got his great big break, at the National Baptist Convention. His sermon won over the crowd. It garnered him a new church home in Detroit at New Bethel in 1946. He was a star. Mm-hmm. Now, David Ritz, that's the author of this book, refers to another book in which Aretha Franklin completed called These Roots. Okay, well, another autobiography type book. Okay, and in that particular book, Aretha Franklin never disclosed that her older brother Vaughn was not a Franklin. Okay, nor did she speak of the child named Carl or Carolyn, something like that. He got two daughters named Carl. Okay, talking about C.L. Smooth, he got two ladies named Carl, that he's growing separately in two separate houses. Okay, Cecil and Carl was born the same year and they ain't twins. Okay, and I'm gonna leave that right there and move on, right? But she didn't talk about that child. Another thing that I must give David Ritz kudos on is that, again, another rumor dispelled. Okay, there was rumors saying that Aretha Franklin's mother left her when she was a child and moved to Buffalo. The rumor says that the mother, Barbara Seegers, left C.L. Smooth and their 4 kids, took her baby Vaughn, that was not C.L. Smooth's baby, and moved back to Detroit, or left Detroit and moved back to Buffalo in 1948. Mm-hmm. Now, Aretha Franklin's sister, Irma, on the other hand, was a bit more forthcoming. Okay, she said that the relationship between her mother, Barbara Seegers, and CL was tumultuous. He had a violent temper. Okay, Irma said that although she never seen the father strike her mother or any of the children, she was well aware to not provoke his wrath. The children lived in fear. Now, Irma recollects the time where the women in the church threw themselves at her father, and C.L. Smooth indulged. Let me tell you, huzzy, something right quick. So all you ladies that be in the front row, all you ladies be in the front row, Nobody knows who the baby father is because the baby father is actually, the man on stage. All you ladies, y'all waiting in line to be the first lady. He already got a first lady most of the time. And if he don't, trust me, it's so many of y'all, it's like the candy shop. He like a fat rat in a cheese factory right now. Why would he settle down with one? And all you bitches on the front row with the children that look just like the man on stage, y'all waiting, y'all turn patiently. That's what y'all doing. And y'all man, y'all pastor is your man. So Irma talks about how she's not quite sure of who made the decision for the mother to leave. Okay. But Irma says that she reckons that if the mother did leave on her own accord, it's because she was sick of CL Smooth and all them bitches. Okay. CL Smooth, I don't have no problems with you, sir, Reverend. I have no problems with you. I'm just stating facts and what these people. That's what David Ritz said. That's what your daughter Irma said, not me. The fact that the mother only moved to Buffalo and that Buffalo and Detroit were only 200 miles apart. They got to see their mother frequently. So much so that, yes, they wanted her in the household with them, but they were always with her. And Aretha Franklin discusses her mother. She's appalled at the rumors, okay, about how the mother abandoned her husband and the 4 children, okay? In fact, those rumors still remain because there was a book even written in 2012 that said that Aretha Franklin was abandoned by her mother. And Aretha Franklin said that is absolutely not true. Now, Carolyn Franklin, Aretha's younger sister, not the love child, but the last of the Sears Franklin baby, says that she believes that when the mother left, that it affected Aretha the most because she was the closest to the mother. Okay. Aretha believed her mother to be a saint. All right. Aretha adored her father, but she would move back to Buffalo to be with her mother in a heartbeat. Okay. Now, the problem was CL Smooth was like, okay, you can get all that moving with your mother out your mind. I'm going to raise my children and I'm going to raise my children here. Okay. Now, know this. His mother lived with them to help him take care of his children. And like I said previously, all them dumbass bitches in the congregation, they waiting to be the first lady, Yeah, they waiting to be the first lady or they auditioning to be the first lady and ain't none of them going to be first, okay? Y'all might be 322nd, okay? Or maybe, 1022, but none of you bitches is going to be the first lady. So he really don't need a woman at home. So the sisters spoke of a time where they went to visit their mother and truly enjoyed themselves. They learned how to crochet with the next door neighbors and they met a gentleman by the name of Trustee something. I forgot his name. Okay. My bad for not writing it down. But they think that it was their mother's boyfriend because you get this hoes. Let me talk frankly to you. Do you hoes realize that there was a time that when women had boyfriends, the children didn't know? Do you know that? That was either mama's man friend or, Uncle Buck or something. You hussies now, you new hussies, as soon as you meet a boyfriend, they take you out on a date to, Popeyes or something like that. You want him to babysit your children. When I think back at it, my grandmother had a boyfriend like shit, okay? Like a mug. But we didn't know him, or we only just was thought, Mr. Charlie coming to fix the sink, Grandma. Yeah, baby, stay in your room. Okay. Now, Aretha Franklin's big brother, Cecil, chimes in to say that CL was a different type of character, period. His allegiance was to God, then his children, then to the congregation. He says that CL Smooth was not the type of man who could be tied down to one woman. Okay. So again, you congregation ladies, girl, you ain't getting none of that reverent love. Now you might get his pickle, but you won't get his. So Aretha Franklin's sister Carolyn also said, believe it or not, Aretha had plenty of insecurities. What her sister said, that if Aretha is assertive now, it's only because she's trying to overcompensate for all her insecurities and doubts. Okay, I'm like, damn. Riri insecure? How is that? Have y'all seen any of her interviews? That bitch don't give a fuck. The queen do not give a fuck about none of y'all's opinions. That's it's hard to believe that. But confirm that David Ritz said that when he interviewed all of her siblings, they all said the same thing, that she was an insecure little girl. Aretha Franklin? Now, moving on to her booking agent, Ruth Bowman. Now, she's describing something crazy. Okay, now I'm going to need y'all to hold tight for this one. Pay attention. Tell everybody in the room, shut the fuck up, because I need you to pay attention to this, okay? But how it goes is this, right? She said that she knew Aretha Franklin since she was a little girl. She knew of her through her father, C.L. Smooth, okay? She called him friend. Who was Ruth, her first client, Dinah Washington, okay? Dinah Washington was C.L. Smooth's girlfriend. She was also this other dude named Ted White's girlfriend. Ted White, who you guys is asking, is Aretha Franklin's first husband. Nigga, what? So I can see how Aretha Franklin's life could appear to be a scandal, okay? I can see that. I can see how all these rumors get confused and twisted around and things like that, because this thing right here is a scandal and a shame. But anyway, to continue, Ruth's interpretation of Aretha Franklin's childhood, she says that Aretha was a traumatized child. It was one thing to have your mother just up and move out abruptly, okay? But the mother didn't abandon the children, according to what David Ritz is saying. What he's putting on paper is that the mother didn't abandon the children at all, because the children went to visit the mother constantly. So according to Ruth, it wasn't just because the mother no longer lived in the home with Aretha. It was because shortly after the mother moved out and moved back to Buffalo with Aretha's older half-brother, Vaughn, that shortly after she had a heart attack and died. Ruth said that subsequently after Aretha's mother, Barbara Seegers, died, that Aretha, because she was the closest to her mother, she crawled into a shell and would not come out, okay? She said that if it wasn't for music, she was not sure what would have happened to her. David Ritz also mentions that in other books, Aretha has been very vague in regards to her mother's death, because as Aretha puts it, pain is private. You better say that good. So the Franklins moved to Detroit in 1946. That's 3 years after the race riots. Aretha's brother Cecil would talk about how Vaughn discussed the racism that he'd endured while he was in Buffalo, okay? But that didn't happen with the younger children, right? It wasn't until the move to Detroit where they all would get a taste of their own piece of social, civil, racial unrest. Okay, now, this is hot and juicy. Anna Gordy, sister to Barry the Gordy, and first wife to Marvin Pooh, that would be Marvin Gaye, knew of C.L. Smooth. Okay, David Ritz says that when he spoke to Anna the Gordy, she said that their relationship was far deeper than just a friendship. Anna, was you fucking C.L. Smooth, Anna girl? Did you let him give you that D, girl? Because that's what it sounds like. But anyway, let me move on, okay? She said she was 25 and he was 33. Ooh, experience is a good teacher. It takes someone like me to know. That damn Anna sound like she was under love, under new management. But anyway, she was 25 and he was 33 and felt like he was the most dynamic man in Detroit. Anna, does Barry the Gordy know that? Does your brother know that you thought that the C.L. Smooth was the most powerful and dynamic man in Detroit when your brother is down there with the Motown? But I digress. Okay. But she said he was brilliant during civil unrest. Let me tell you why, right? Because when she went to his service, and Black America, we are confused, much like we are right now. We like, what is wrong with these people? Why do these people got such a problem with us? But this is also civil unrest. Okay. So she said that his sermon was so powerful that it talked Black folks off the edge. Okay. And she loved that power. She probably wanted to, have some of that power, in or around her, facilities. That's all Cecil, I'm saying. Aretha Franklin's, I think this is her older brother. Yeah, Cecil's the older brother, because Cecil was the one who was born the same year as that love child, Curl. Okay. Remember, he got two daughters named Curl, okay, by two different ladies. All right. But at any rate, Cecil says that the children had the same sentiment as Anna Gordy. They all felt like CL was dynamic and a powerful preacher, and they adored their father. Now, when the mother passed, of course, they clung to their father even more. Now, the difference, according to Cecil, between the rest of the children and Aretha is that Aretha quickly became his partner. Now, if you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe, because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And remember this: the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. My naysayers, my patron loves, you babies, have a